All right, hello and welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, please do subscribe. Today, we are going to be heading out on a huge road trip in our Rivian, our first international road trip in an EV. Yeah, and definitely first time in the Rivian. So we are going to be crossing the border and heading to the Great White North, going to Montreal, although we got to keep quiet about it on the drive because the kids don't know exactly where we're going yet, and we want to keep the surprise. But this is going to be awesome. We're going to be using a combination of, I guess, Electrify America as well as the Tesla Supercharging network. So we've got our adapter for that all ready to go. We're going to probably get a chance to try out some charging from some providers that we're not that used to up in Canada. And maybe we'll even find a whole bunch of like flow chargers since I think they are pretty well established up there. So this should be a ton of fun. We are going to have a nice long drive. We are looking forward to having you come along with us, but we've got the whole family, me, the wife, and all 3 kids packing up here in the R1S and taking off. So come along with us and let's drive.
Let's ride.
All right, so let's get our route plan going here. So we are going up to Montreal. I guess I'll put in like the real address later. All right, now, okay, we're still in all-purpose mode, so it's probably going to calculate charging, yeah, somewhere I don't want to charge. Actually, where's that? Tesla? Tell me where it is. Okay, here maybe. Tesla Gansevoort, New York. So that's different than any of the options I even looked at before. What we actually want to do though is we're going to go to conserve mode here. I don't think it's going to automatically recalculate, so give that a minute and let's do this instead. Cantil Suites is where we're staying. Because I want us to stop a bit further up here in Ticonderoga. 29 miles, yeah, that should be it, because it should be very close. And this is sort of our aggressive plan. North Hudson, yeah, so that's the right one. And this one is at like, there's a brewery nearby that's not quite close enough probably to walk to, but there's both EA, which is EvolveNY, and there's Tesla Superchargers there, which are compatible with the adapter. So lots of good options there. There's like I think like a little kind of, I don't even know, welcome center or restaurant or something. So there's stuff there, which seemed good. Our bailout option is Plattsburgh, New York, which is, no, sorry, Plattsburgh further? I don't remember. Yeah, Plattsburgh's further. Plattsburgh's if like somehow we're making way better efficiency than this. Otherwise, I think it's this one. No, that's Chestertown. That's different. Oh, okay, we've got multiple. Gansevoort, Chestertown. I don't remember. I thought it was like maybe somewhere else in here. Oh, maybe here? What is this? What town is this? Riveting, I know. But anyway, lots of different options along 87. This is why like having the Tesla adapter is so useful. Because look, if we hide the ones that you need an adapter for, we lose a bunch here. I mean, it's still a couple, but like in this stretch especially now, you don't have anything. So this is why this is so nice, just to have the extra optionality and everything in here. And now, unfortunately, there's no like RAN chargers over on this side. They're over here now in like New Hampshire and Vermont. Still not like as far up as we like to go. We typically kind of go up this way to Burlington and then over into Stowe and stuff. So still not much up there, which is disappointing. But at least we have a lot more kind of along the 87 corridor now up into Montreal. And then there's no charging as far as I could tell either at our hotel or even like the garages that seem to be good options in Montreal. And one of the problems with the garages in Montreal is it seems like a lot of them have really low clearance. So like some of them are like 6 feet, which this beast is way bigger than. So we had to like specifically look for ones that have more than like 7 feet of clearance just to give us ample space. So I found one that has 11 feet, which should be more than enough, but just still not like a whole lot of great options around here with the charging. Though, what is this one with 102? That's pretty cool. Please Banque Nationale. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of flow ones up here, which all seem to be in here. Okay, so we'll have to kind of see once we get up there. I think the parking garage I want to go to is like here. But our hotel's here. So we might explore this area a little bit just to see if there's charging there. Depends on how late things are when we get there. All right, well, boys are here. Let's not ruin the surprise. Off we go. All right, we are about an hour and a half into the drive already. We all have had...
We've both been on calls and I haven't even noticed it.
Yeah. But we're already up into the Catskills, up around where we would get off the highway for Hunter Mountain and skiing, which is a big spot for us. And it's kind of amazing. Like, we do this drive periodically, and the charging infrastructure is coming along here. There's the Rivian one that we passed now, in addition to EA and Tesla, all at the same stop there in... is that...
That's the Apple Green. It was Plattsburgh? Plattsburgh?
No, Plattsburgh's way north.
Um,
But it's the exit there. I think that's Newburgh. And then the rest area that they
I was
redid.
talking about the rest area, not
that is Apple Green, I guess, is an Irish company, actually, that
I have
is building all
interviewed a
of this
guy
out.
from Apple Green.
Huh.
Didn't hire him, but
I don't know. They must just be...
they're
Oh,
that's right. They're based in South Carolina.
Interesting. I don't know if... Are they, like, specifically a charging thing, or...
No,
like
Apple Green is the rest stops. They own the rest stops.
Yeah.
So the ones on Garden State and these, and they're like all the new ones that you see going up are all Apple Green. Apple Green, like for once, have their branding on them.
Okay. Yeah, they're nicer for sure. There's clearly a lot of money being invested in it. But then the one here is the first time I've seen them put in a bunch of looks like Electrify America, Evolve New York stations. So
I thought they looked like EVgo. I thought. Or maybe the Evolve New York.
It could be. Evolve New York is basically like the program that pays for it at the state level. Although some of them are NEVI funded, like the Kingston one that I like now. But Electrify America puts in the chargers. It's all complicated, but I think those look. I don't know. They look like pretty new.
Those look new. Those look like the ones that I used in the Target when I was going up to Vermont.
Yeah, but they look like Electrify America.
Oh, I meant to tell you the Target in Fairfield, New Jersey, has chargers.
Yeah, it's the first EA one I've ever used. When I first got the CCES adapter for the Tesla, I tested it there.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. But these ones here, I think they don't show up on the Rivian map yet. Rivian one seems to have an issue with showing the Evolve New York ones, but they also still had some tape and stuff on it, so they might not be activated yet. But still, good.
I mean, we've probably the weakest thing on the Rivian is the map situation.
Yeah. Even with the charging, it doesn't show a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I just think it's cool to see how much this stuff has been, changing over time, and that the infrastructure is slowly and surely getting there. Although there are, as we'll see as we get further up here, there are huge gaps in northern upstate New York, and definitely still in Vermont. Everyone's got their naps in, and
it's time for mine.
Yeah, I could go for one.
Or a coffee. A coffee or a nap is for me.
We've gone through a couple of spots of rain, like super wet road. We were just spraying up like crazy. And then we had super dark skies. Now it's back to sunny and kind of nice. And what is it called? Highway assist kind of just tried to kill us there in the construction zone. But otherwise quite good. This stretch of 87, like we're basically just on 87 this entire drive for hours and hours and hours. So there's not a whole lot of interesting things in terms of turns, other than like it telling us to stay on the same highway. But I guess in like 36 miles we'll probably be by Albany.
Yeah.
So the highway splits there.
Beautiful Albany. We'll make sure we get some footage for you.
Yeah.
Skyline.
1,000th time, yeah. Although I think this way we kind of skirt around the outside of it so you can see it. Or is this when we go? Oh, maybe this way we go right through it. But yeah, I mean, stuff, it's not like it's super different, but there's definitely a lot more than there was when, like, the first year that we had the Tesla and we drove up this way for whatever, and the only charging options were that mall outside of Albany.
We came up this way to Vermont.
Yeah.
Tesla
Oh, yeah. Yep. And then nothing once you got into Vermont. Situation update here. We are, where are we now? We're past the Capital Region Visitor Center that has EV chargers that I like. We never stopped there.
We're not at Albany yet. It's just 6 miles.
Oh, 6 miles to Albany. That's a good metric.
226 miles to our destination. Let's see if our children picked up on that clue.
No,
they did not.
And we have passed several more chargers, some log cabins, and we're doing better and better with efficiency. We're currently doing, actually decent but not great, 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour. On average with the car, we were at 215. Our trip up to Boston, granted we had a lot of like slowdowns in traffic, but we did like 2.5 that whole time. So not horrible, but it is good enough that we are creeping up in terms of estimated arrival mileage in state of charge. And so it looks like we should be able to stretch it to the Ticonderoga Supercharger. I sure hope these microphones actually work and like eliminate him somehow. But we yeah, we've been gaining a little bit. We're estimated to get there with 31 miles of range now. It was as high as 35 before, which would be like 11% state of charge, which is definitely good. This is not too far off like 10%, which is usually kind of our threshold. But considering it stayed pretty steady, I think we will be good. So that is the goal. We've got another hour and a half of driving to get there, but we'll be there at 4:45. So I think plan should be charge for the 30 minutes or so that we'll need, and then brewery. Got yourself a deal.
I'm not even. I hope I'm hungry by then.
Yeah, no, that's part of it too. You already? I'll forget. Oh, and by the way, in case you didn't notice, everybody's awake. Axel, you still in the car? Okay.
You can't see him at all now.
All right, we are already preparing battery for fast charging, an hour and 8 minutes away still. This is interesting, but we are at 97 degrees, so it's probably about to be cooled down. We need to be like in this range here. R 7. We need to be down in this range here. So it makes sense that we're trying to cool down. But it doesn't even need to run air conditioning, just like let some cold air from outside in.
It's not cold outside. Stupid.
But I thought it was interesting, just like, it's nice seeing every single charger on the screen. You don't get that in Tesla, you only get the Tesla ones. Here it's like everything, so these are all level 2 ones, but just look how many are around this area. It's pretty impressive. Doesn't really feel like we're, in a place that would have that many, but there they are.
Turkey.
So we are coming up on Malta and Ballston Spa, which I don't know which one it technically is at, but is where the Tesla Supercharger at the Stewart's shops is, that we've stopped many times in the Tesla, which is the extent of the range basically for that. We could go a little bit further than that, but that's pretty close to like as far as we could go in the Model Y. And here in the Rivian, we are still at 41%. Impressive. And that is a good option because they have Magic Dock there also, but we found that the Magic Dock sites actually kind of tend to get the most busy because any EV essentially can use them now, whereas the other V3 ones are only Tesla, Rivian, and Ford, and for Ford and Rivian it's only people that have adapters, which is not very many so far, so generally a bit more availability there. Alright, as it always happens, they decided they needed the bathroom right within 45 minutes of us getting to where we were going to charge that has a bathroom anyway. So, luckily there is the Adirondack Welcome Center in 3 miles, which is a really nice rest stop, so I don't mind stopping there. A nice, chairlifty thing, big signs and stuff. It's always a popular spot. And there is at least one charger there that I remember. I think it is 50 kilowatts, but the Rivian is saying it's 150, and then it's an Evolve New York one. So we'll see, I guess. If it's open, we will charge for, well, it's going to be slower though doing that than the Tesla one. The Tesla one will be like twice as fast. So I think we'll just opportunity charge while we're parked there, if I can get it going fast.
I wouldn't even bother with it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It doesn't really make a difference.
Take more time trying to opportunity
You're right.
charge.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll just be shorter if we go to the bathroom.
Okay,
Yes.
and we'll just go to the bathroom.
Anderson,
And then
do
we'll
you have
continue
to go
on our
too?
way up to
I'll try.
the
You don't need
Tesla
to. You can go
Supercharger
at the-
in North Hudson / Ticonderoga, New
Yeah,
York.
here you go.
What are you doing over there, Mom?
What do you think?
Look at this. We've got Tritium chargers here. They've definitely replaced these. I don't remember these being like this, although they look like they've been here a while. Maybe I'm misremembering. These are pretty cool, though. Look at the cable management. Dual 50 kilowatts, out of service. Okay. Out of service. Lovely. Well, that's not a great sign. Well, it says available. Maybe we just can't do tap to pay. We can only activate it in the app. Oh, we'll try it. Is it free? It's occupied. Doesn't seem to be going, but it's not asking for payment or anything. Weird. Oh, and this one's Chatham? Oh, sure is. Oh man, this thing is a relic. It's fascinating. Oh, and we're charging. So I guess it's free. Who knew? All right, not bad. Off to the bathroom. All right, nothing is ever quick with kids. There's no such thing as a short rest stop. 16 minutes. Ugh. But for $0, getting 13 kilowatt hours is not bad. So that might have just saved us like somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes at the supercharger. Awesome! All right, we are approaching our supercharging exit now. We're a minute away. We have been preconditioning. Could you put the screen up with the thing? Efficiency has plummeted here, 2.16 miles per kilowatt hour. And our battery is at 81 degrees. It's still a little toasty, but we should be okay, except it's a pretty deep charge, so we'll see. Oh, we're going to Frontier Town.
Your destination is on the right.
Oh, nice. Look at this setup.
There's literally nothing here.
There's this place.
It's a restaurant.
Are we eating inside? Frontier.
Not
here,
but...
bud.
Frontier.
Oh, look, and they're adding a bunch more, too. EvolveNY York.
They gotta add something else.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna charge real fast here.
Just
You're
do
gonna charge
that
at the Tesla one.
I was going to.
Yeah,
And
wouldn't that
then
be cheaper?
we're just gonna get back on the road.
So we have options here. Tesla is 53 cents a kilowatt hour.
Drive east on Blue Ridge Road. Then, in a
And
quarter mile, turn right
Electrify
onto US
America here. Where's my app? EvolveNY York. And it looks like they're putting a bunch more in too. Skip. Oh my god, what do I need to do this every time?
9. Drive west on Blue Ridge Road. Then turn right to take the Interstate 87 north.
45 cents a kilowatt hour.
So this. So Tesla.
Daddy,
Yeah.
do us watch that
But the problem
way?
is we have to do this.
Do that one.
I need the part is on here, so I need to be.
Is on where?
It's on this side.
Daddy is only for Teslas.
That's okay. We have the adapter, but.
All right, we are ready to charge here at Tesla, and we've got our trusty A to Z adapter. We've got a plug here, and this is definitely a two-hand operation. Oops. And let's seal, lock it. Good. So this is a pretty nice setup here. We've got these Tesla Superchargers. There are 8 of them, and they're all V3s. And then over this way, we have a set of EvolveNY York powered by Electrify America. So there's 4 currently. They're all 350s, and they're putting another 4 in over there. And the Tesla even has a like a back and one. And then all the way over there, we've got the Frontier Town restaurant, trading post, grill, and gift shop, and bathrooms. And it is bopping over there. I don't know what the back part is there. It's a church or something. And then I think there's like hiking trails. There's a campground back that way. But yeah, I like this setup. This is pretty nice. Let's go take a look and see what they're building. All right, let's take a look at these boys. These are nice. These look pretty new. I like what Evolve New York has been doing. The chargers they've been doing, especially these EA ones, have all been pretty good. Yeah, they're all 350s. And interestingly, these are chargers 5, 4, 7, and 8? Or is that 5? Sorry, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They are SK Signets. So max 500 amps. Actually, to see what we're getting in the Rivian, we might be get faster here. And then coming soon ones over here. It looks like they're like installed, just not powered up yet. I'm curious. Let's see. They are also Signets, 500 amps. Yeah, nice. Wonder why these ones aren't on yet. Very cool. And then there's the Tesla one. All right, we are getting. Oh, seat went up to her height now for some reason. We are getting. Oh, I love how in here it shows you the price on the Tesla ones. So we're at $7.42 already.
Finish what's in your mouth.
We are getting. I think I just saw in the app that we are doing. $199. That's not great.
Not good.
There's that. Here. 207 kilowatts. That's about as good as we can get. 215 is like the most. 217 is actually the very highest. All right, not bad. This is where we really wish that we had media playback there, like video playback in here with streaming, especially the kids are kind of bored in here. All right, so we've been sort of riding this curve now. We've come down from like 210 to 119 now. We're at 65% state of charge. It says we should only charge to 66%, but that'll give us up where we're going with 80 miles of range left, which is a little bit short for me. I'd like to have more just so we can at least get back down into the U.S. on the way out if needed, and in case we need to drive around at all when we're up there. So I think what our plan is going to be, we seem to be holding steady around here right now. So if I remember right, I think it'll probably dip. Oh, come down a little bit now. Probably start dipping down below like 100, around 70-ish%. So if that happens, we'll go then. And basically, the idea is we'll just leave once we get below 100 kilowatts on here.
We need to go to the brewery.
And we've had multiple Teslas pull in and out while we've been here. Seems like everybody's doing pretty short charge. But these guys all the way down at the end there using the pull-in one, which is nice. Looks like they're either, I don't know, maybe he's playing the game and hitting the brakes. He's like dry steering and the brake leg's coming on. So they might be leaving or they're playing again. And yeah, we're going to head to the brewery soon because the weather is just so nice to sit outside. I think it's covered.
No, it's muggy and rainy.
It's muggy and rainy.
Muggy and rainy.
Yeah. Awesome. But I do love this. Oh, this is a pricey charge. I mean, deep charge, but we're at $40 already.
Yeah, but
That's
that
not
doesn't cost that much to fill up.
A fill up would be this car. A car this size would be like
Daddy,
100.
you need to bring up a Tesla.
Unless we're at Costco.
Here.
All right. All right, 70%. We're up below 100 kilowatts now. And it says we'll get there now with 90 miles, which is a little less than I'd like, but what are you going to do?
See if we
You're
can
always charging.
just hop off on our way out.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go get us unplugged, and we are going to get going.
Stop charging.
There's also a level 2 charger at the brewery.
Yeah, stop charging. Oh, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, here you hit stop. Nice. And I wish this were a one-handed operation, but it is not. We've got to unlatch here and get that in, but yeah. All right, do this, and we're gonna go head off. All right, we're here at Paradox Brewing just up the street, and we've got level 2 charging here. Sweet. Livingston Energy Chargers. We saw them when we were at the EV Festy thing in Schenectady, which is kind of where they're based. Very nice. All right. And, oh, we have to activate and stuff? Yeah. Okay, 1 minute. Livingston ports. Okay. All right, let's do that. All right, we are charging now, and we're undercover. But yeah, I got the app installed and it wasn't that big of a deal, but I don't like that you have to do like different apps all the time for the charging stuff. It'd be great if this was like Europe and we had like the little RFID pass things that worked on basically everything. But not bad, and we're getting 6.3 kilowatts right now, so that'll help us a little bit while we hang out here. Alright, so I've got the Japanese style rice lager. We've got the
Amber slow pour.
Amber slow pour, big boy. We have a frontier pie with hot honey. Of course, poutine.
Oh, I ate the whole jalapeno with the seed.
We've got wings, pork, pretzel with beer cheese, and quesadilla. And they're all watching like America's Funniest Home Videos bloopers on the TV. So I don't think we're leaving right this moment. Might be waiting a little bit. At least the car's getting cleaned off. Nope. Oh, I just missed it and the power was just out a second ago here. Oh, there's the car stop charging. The cars seem to have continued charging. Interesting.
Yeah.
And there we go, back off. Safety lights. Car still seems to be charging though.
You sure?
I don't know. Let's go check.
It's okay.
All right, well, charging stopped, but I think it's coming back on. We've been here for an hour and a half and we added 10 kilowatt hours, which is not bad. So that helps us get a little bit further into Quebec.
Hello.
All right, we are off again.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm good thing I brought my hair straightener with me.
Yeah. All right, we are off again from the brewery. It's absolutely pouring. So this is fun.
I'm cold.
But yeah, everyone's cold and wet.
My
This is what our whole weekend is going to be
my
like.
shirt has holes in it. It's not going to be like this the whole weekend. Stop it. It's not.
That was a good charge, though. That gave us an extra, like, 8%, basically, while we were here.
You want me?
So we are off now to the Montreal. But that was nice. Great brewery. If you're up in North Hudson, New York, go to Paradox Brewing.
The food was delicious.
Yeah, beer was, like, good. I mean, like, 6 or 7 out of 10.
My first beer was
Yeah.
probably an 8.
Okay.
That Kolsch was disappointing. I thought it would be like
Yeah.
more orangey.
Yeah. Actually, my first one was really good, too. All right, I'll go up to an 8 overall. And food was really good.
Food was good.
Yeah. We had-
And best
saw that.
blooper videos to keep the kids occupied.
Yeah, they were great.
Actually, that was like one of our best meals out.
Yeah. If there had been shuffleboard, it would have even been better.
I'm not sure. That would have probably
Yeah.
stressed us out
And
somehow.
the charging was good too. Yeah.
Yep.
And now we're going to go past the Tesla charger. We don't need to charge, obviously. This is awful, and I hope it doesn't last much longer.
Oh, but it
It's
is.
going to make the 2 hours
Fun!
really bad. I actually don't think we got that soaking wet. It felt like
Felt like
a little run after the car did.
you'll see tomorrow, bud.
All right. Back on to 87 for another
2 hours.
who even knows.
2 hours. 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Well, plus the border crossing.
Plus the border crossing.
Alrighty.
Yes, but for surprise birthday.
Time for some more Noah Con.
Kahan.
We're in that area, neck of the woods. Alright, this has been absolutely insane. It looks so much lighter than it actually is. It's like dark out way earlier than it should. The rain is just bucketing. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is crazy, and then the wind has been gusting super strong too. I've had to put like a, say probably 10 to 15% a degree angle, no, more than that, like 20 degree angle into the wheel at times just to keep going straight. And cars around us have been like hydroplaning, just shooting up rooster tails and drenching us. We have even been like hydroplaning a little bit, so I just switched from conserve mode to all-purpose mode so that we would effectively have all-wheel drive again. And this is just nuts. We're passing Plattsburgh now, where our charging option on the way back is And now because we are in not in conserve mode, we have a bit less buffer to get back here. So worst case, there's a fast charger on the Canadian side of the border that we could always do. You can figure out circular treat, but it'd be fun to test it out. And yeah, other than that, we should be fine. But this is just an insane drive. My arms are so sore from like how hard I'm working right now, and I can't remember driving through a rainstorm like this in a long time.
It's like relentless too.
Yeah, just will not let up at all. So this has been fun.
It's carried over on.
Oh, and now it's picking back up again. All right. Hopefully next stop will be the Canadian border. Hyundai Ioniq 5N over there. It's 41. These are brand new. I'm surprised someone's got one already. Very nice. Might have to follow them into Montreal. All right, we are in Quebec, and look, I didn't have to do anything. It just switched and gave me kilometers per hour for the speed here. And over here now, it's got this extra display. So I have miles per hour and kilometers per hour. That is the best implementation I've ever seen of that. Really cool, and it changed like the second we crossed the border. And then we're not finding like high-powered chargers up here, but we just drove past one, so I don't know, maybe this just doesn't have the right networks on here. But it didn't show up at all on there.
Sure.
So I wonder if they just don't have like all of the networks up here, or what. Ça va. All right, well, it's good to know we can make it under a 6'2", 1.88 meter, just on the off chance that we need it for charging. You would think this building is certainly wired for power, but I guess does not have what they need for charging. All right, we made it. I am parked here in the highest height garage I could find in Montreal. everything is like 6 feet or less. And even in here, it's at 11 feet, and then it quickly kind of went down to 6. And we just like barely made it under. I had to go into the lowest mode. We squatted down to get in here. But yeah, we're here. We definitely need a charge, but we'll worry about that later on. I checked a few spots on the way here and could not find anything where I would actually fit in. So that's a problem for later. If anything, we will move the car in like another day or two. And I don't know, I just want to go to bed now. Alright, so with that, I think we're going to end this one here and catch us in part 2. And should be an interesting drive back home, especially if we can't find any charging, because I'm not sure if there's any fast charging that's compatible with our car in Canada. Alright, so on that cliffhanger, we'll see you in the next part. See you out there on the road.